Okay. Oh, what happened there? Okay, well. Anyhow. Sorry, just doing my Instagram to let people know I am live. And where are we at? Okay, that's... Oh, wow. Looks like stream part 7 has the most views. That's cool. Okay, no, I don't want to try that. Thank you very much. Will you load up so that I can actually share the link? That'd be fantastic. Okay, let's go to hello, welcome. Let's see, share, copy, goodbye. Alright, let's go for it. Live now. And then we'll just add the link really quick. I would like to make it bigger, thank you. Alright. So, cool. And we'll do that. Alright, dope. Now I cannot be bothered. Let me turn this up so we can actually hear something. And let me actually hit play on the... There we go. Okay. So I did off-screen training to get most everybody to level 17. So Mr. Sonar, G, Sandy, and Hatch are all level 17. Believe I got Bugsy one level up as well. Bucket, I brought along just in case I had time to train her up, but I did not. As far as strategy for Bugsy, I have none. It's gonna be very, very much based on luck this time around. 100%. Like there's zero strategy here. The best strategy I could come up with, thanks to Noah Nuzlocke over on Instagram, was just trying to defend through Scyther's U-turn. Scyther comes out first. I thought he came out last, but that's okay. Or she, I think. His Scyther is a girl. But the only Pokemon I have with decent defense is Sandy. So I may lead Sandy. Hopefully he switches into Metapod. That way I can just utilize those turns to defense curl up. And then my attack stat is high enough. Even if Metapod uses Harden, I have Swift to get through the physical part of defense. So I can get those special moves off. I actually kind of practiced that in where I'm in Union Cave right now. I realized training against the Geodude, Sandshrew, and Onyx in here was going to be a lot better EV wise, so effort value wise, right? Which basically just means I'm trying to gain stats or trying to gain points in a certain stat. In this case, most rock and ground types give us EV points for defense, which is what we're really going to need here because Scyther is fast and strong. So our main goal is to live through U-turn because it's a very powerful move and it allows Scyther to basically just switch in and out as they please. Metapod again, absolutely no problem. Kakuna could be a little bit of a threat only because it has Poison Sting, so if we get poisoned, we're risking a lot. Because despite G having a 4 times resistant, which was noted also on Instagram by I believe Gem Plays Pokemon, very cool account, go follow them. They do a lot on I believe they're doing a Pokemon X playthrough right now, Wonder Lock style, so that's really cool. If you don't know what that is, go check them out. What else? Yeah, so Mr. Sonar does have Wing Attack now, and that will be fine for Metapod and Kakuna, but there's minimal chance of them living through a U-turn, despite resisting it, due to their poison typing and their flying typing. I don't know, it's just very, very risky. So I'm definitely going to start with Sandy because it's my best chance of living through a U-turn. If Bugsy switches into Kakuna, I'll probably switch to Mr. Sonar, hit that Wing Attack, hopefully get it out in one hit, and not have to worry about it. If he switches back into Scyther, my only option is to hope that Sandy has enough HP to live through a second U-turn. Then from there, when Metapod comes out, I can just defense curl like crazy, and I might have to, unfortunately, sacrifice Sandy. I was really hoping to use her in the third gym against Whitney. The fact that Sandy is female and ground type would come in very much handy there. My only other thought process was potentially bring Bugsy in, because although we are not faster than Scyther by any means, there is a possibility we could live through a U-turn, either put it to sleep or poison it. Most likely I would want to poison it in this case. Like, sleep would be great because then there's hopefully a couple of turns with no attacking. However, poison will continue to damage them throughout the rest of their turns out on the field. So it seems like the better play. It's just a lot of risk involved in this, and I don't think it's going to end well, because although I really want to keep Butterfree on the team, I think keeping Flaffy on the team will be more important than either Bugsy or G, despite G being the fan favorite of this run. So yeah, I guess we'll just go ahead and get started on Bugsy and see how it goes. I have to admit I did cheat a little bit. I realized while I was training in Union Cave, some of the Sandshrews are holding Quick Claws. So, I did capture one that I knew had a Quick Claw, took the Quick Claw away from it, and immediately released it. Quick Claw is a held item that has a chance of making the user, or the holder in this case, potentially move first, even if they're not faster. So none of my Pokemon are going to be faster than Scyther. That's 100%. None of my Pokemon are going to be stronger than Scyther. Also 100%. But at least if they can move faster, they have a chance of doing more damage. Because, again, Scyther's only move that can hit G is U-turn. However, it's very powerful and G's defenses are very low. So we'll actually look at the stats really quick. So Mr. Sonar, he's actually got a plus defense nature, which is good, but it's only at 18. So you can see, he's learned Bite, Leech Life, Astonish, and Wing Attack. Actually, speaking of, I'm going to move Wing Attack up. I'll move Leech Life down. There. Okay. Oops. So G also has a defense stat of 18. So again, not great. The fact that they resist bug type moves is good. I think in this case, Zubat's got a better chance than Ghastly, but it's unlikely that either of them are even going to survive off one hit. And you can see Sandshrew also has a plus defense nature at 37. So right, that's what, more than twice more than Zubat and Ghastly combined. Right, because that's 36. So my best chance of living through U-turn will be Sandy. Still has same moves: Scratch, Defense Curl, Poison Sting, and Swift. I think last stream G learned Nightshade, so Hypnosis, Nightshade, Spite, and Mean Look. So Hatch is just at level 17 now, same move sets, and has a lowered defense nature, so it's at 22, which not horrible, but it's not gonna be helpful in this. If it lives through a U-turn, Thundershock will be good, but I don't think it's gonna kill in one hit either. Then we got Bugsy with a defense stat of also 22. So potentially training against some Geodude could be a really big help here. The Geodude in Union Cave seemed to only have Mud Sport, Tackle, and Defense Curl. So Tackle could potentially do some damage, but Mud Sport is nothing, and Defense Curl is nothing because I'm a special attacker. And then poor Bucket, only at level 10. So hopefully, I don't know, lots of thinking. So we'll see how it goes. I think really quick, I am going to get Bugsy to level 17. It hopefully won't take too long. But definitely by 8 p.m. Pacific time, we will be taking on Bugsy. In that time, hopefully some more people join in on the chat and can kind of help with the strategy part of it. Okay, so no, we're only going to be battling against Geodudes, Sandshrews, and Onix. They yield more experience points, so I'll level up faster, but also they help give points in EVs towards the defense stat, and that's what we're looking for here. Because Bugsy being part flying type will resist the bug. If I remember correctly, I should have looked it up earlier. Which actually, while we're doing that, let's see. Okay, so flying. So defense. So half grass, half fighting, immune to ground. Yeah, so flying types will be resisting bug types. Bug type, on the other hand, does not. So that would have been nice if it did. But at least that way we will have some sort of defense to it. So looking here, I also see so Zubat, Zubat, Butterfree, and Ghastly all at least have a half immunity, or not immunity, but resistance to it. So Zubat actually has ×4 resistance because it's flying poison, and Ghastly because it's ghost poison. But their defenses are just way too low. I've not been very worried about Ghastly or Sandshrew Ghastly or Zubat running into physical attacks, just because I'm not going to use them for physical Pokemon, or maybe I would technically use them for physical Pokemon, but because they're faster and they have a lot of good special moves, so most physical Pokemon are like fighting types that maybe won't obviously have any sort of real chance against a flying type Pokemon or a ghost type Pokemon, because they can't hit ghost type Pokemon with fighting type moves either. That's one of the cool things about ghost type Pokemon, is they have two 100% immunities, being normal and fighting. However, I did read earlier that apparently if G happens to survive this, I was going to take him into the third gym with me for that exact reason. However, apparently Whitney's Miltank has an ability, Scrappy, something like that, that allows a normal type attack to hit a ghost type Pokemon, which is not great because her Miltank is very strong. It's got Stomp, Roll Out, Attract, and Moo Moo Milk. So G is male and would be hit hard by Attract because her Miltank is female. Stomp is just a very powerful move, so that would hurt a lot, and obviously our physical defense is not great. Rollout is going to hit either way, and then Moo Moo Milk helps, or Milk Drink, that's what it's called. Moo Moo Milk is milk made from their milk, but and a great page over on Instagram. Yeah, so anyhow, yeah, this is just a lot of thinking. Oh wow. Okay, I don't know how this thing lived, but here, poison powder. So even if you hit me right now, at least you're gonna die. Okay, this cable is so freaking long. Oh, and it only did like 3 damage, so that's not bad at all. So I know this is gonna possibly sound annoying, but I'm gonna speed it up. Yeah, this is just gonna help farm those levels a little faster. It does give a little bit of lag, especially with the stream running, but once it gets going, it's fine. I think I did realize too, while I was playing, there really wasn't much lag going on. I think it's because of running stream at the same time as the game. It's just taking up too much power. And I think stream takes up priority over the game, which is fine because I mean, it's still running pretty decently. It's not enough lag to really cause me to say screw this. This not finding Pokemon is annoying though. Wow, really? These Sandshrew, man, there's something else. Really? I don't know. Hello, Tissue. Cool. So we're level 15 already. So yeah, the speed up or the turbo mode. I don't remember. Some controls in the early or late 90s, early 2000s had a turbo button. I don't know that it actually did anything, but it's basically what this is. Okay. Maybe now that we leveled up, this will only take one shot. Perfect. So, level 16 should come pretty quick, and then level 17 shouldn't take too much longer either. Yeah, because we're already at 7:25. We did start a little late, but that's okay. Like I said, 8 p.m. strategy, no strategy, everybody at level 17 or not, we're just going to go for it. So again, right now the strategy is lead Sandy, because she's the only one with the defense stat possible of surviving U-turn on the first turn. Hopefully he switches into Metapod, and we don't take too much damage in the first place. That way we can just defense curl like crazy. So we can completely take out Metapod. If he switches into Kakuna, we'll switch into another Pokemon just to take it out real quick. Hopefully he doesn't switch back into Scyther. If he does, then again our best chance is still going to be Sandy, providing she doesn't take too much damage from the first U-turn, because I'm almost positive that first move is going to be U-turn, like no matter what. But yeah, I did a little research, I guess. Basically, without a Pokemon that is going to do super effective damage and can actually keep up with Scyther, there's just no way that we're going to come out of here clean, unless luck is completely on our side, which I'm guessing it won't be because it's not been a lot of the time. Yesterday on stream we had, or no, not yesterday, on Monday, we had a running gag of Zubats hitting Supersonic, and of course mine missed every single one. But all the wild ones are hitting every single Supersonic despite having like a 55% chance of hitting. So it's like less than 1 in 2. Where is everybody? Okay. Okay. Oh, dope. Okay. So yeah, in 3 minutes we. Oh, Gust. Okay. I could have swore I looked it up earlier and they weren't going to learn any more moves. Okay, I'm aiming probably for Stun Spore, because Sleep Powder is helpful. I mean, Stun Spore would be helpful too in this battle. It's super, super scary. Um, Stun Spore obviously gives the opportunity to paralyze the opponent for a turn. It's just not always accurate, like we saw against Faulkner. Um, Hatch has the ability Static, which can paralyze on contact. Pidgeotto hit Hatch on the first turn and got paralyzed, but the like 4 or 5 other turns that it happened to be out on the field, it did not get actually fully paralyzed once. So that's what I'm talking about with our luck so far this run. Um, like I really think Sleep Powder and Poison Powder are just way more helpful. Um, and Gust is probably going to be more helpful even than Stun Spore. So I'm going to go for it. And that does give Bugsy a little bit more of a chance against Scyther. Because I really don't want to take Hatch in there and then lose Hatch, because it's my only way to get around my rival's Krokna or Totodile, whatever it's going to be the next time we see it. And that's what I'm mostly afraid of for like immediately after this. Okay. Again, at this point, we're just looking for the Geodudes, Sandshrews, and Onyxes, because they'll yield points for defense EVs, which we need to take on this Scyther for sure, 100%. Because this is a Nuzlocke, obviously we are playing with the rule of if a Pokemon faints in battle, it is no longer usable. There's a very good chance that all 3 of my Pokemon could lose to Scyther. So, not great. This happened earlier too. I may have just defeated all the population of Geodudes. Ah, look, there we go. Talk smack and they'll come out. I would hit it with Gust, but, well, actually, I guess none of them really have rock moves, so I'm not super worried. I guess I could hit them with Gust. They do have a resistance to flying type moves. So, like, I do get the same type attack bonus or stab for being a flying type and using a flying move. But I don't think that's really going to be enough to take out a Geodude who's rock and ground. But I guess let's see. Because their only attacking move is... Oh, okay. Was it a crit? Nope. Dope. Okay, never mind. I lied. So we can train for quite some time here. Which is good. I don't know if it's going to save me. For all I know, we're going to completely white out here. And... I did decide that if I do white out to Bugsy, and white out is just losing the battle, essentially, that I will start over. If for some reason I white out again, which we did with Faulkner, right? So one of the extra rules that I play with is only bringing the same number of Pokemon as the gym leader, when I battle the gym leader at least. So I only had 2 of my like 3 or 4 Pokemon with me at the time. So even though I lost against Faulkner, I was able to go again. Against Bugsy, that may not be the case. If I lose the first time, I have absolutely no chance of beating him a second time. So, I mean, we will give it a second try. But if I lose again, I'll start over. And again, if I happen to white out on the second attempt, then at that point, I will just move on to the next game and say, okay, I was unable to become champion in Johto. So I'll move on to Ruby. Because right now I'm playing all the like red versions or the red version counterparts. So I started with Fire Red. I didn't stream that. I did chronicle my journey on Instagram. I deleted all those posts and made one like summary post, and it's probably the same thing I'm gonna do here. Because I make a post every time I stream, which is usually twice a week. This week is gonna be 3 times. Okay. So it is going to be a lot of posts to delete because unfortunately the way that I've been playing, I only get about one thing done at a time. And I also try to do like stories, like an ongoing story. So I kind of come up with the idea before I start the run, and then I just kind of build off of it from there. Kind of like a TV show, right? They start out with their idea, and then they just build off of it. Oftentimes, you will see some continuity errors on TV shows, but hopefully, there's not too many in my Instagram posts. I try to keep it fairly vague. But yeah, I don't know. It's just a fun little thing. Which, if you're interested in that, you can follow me on Instagram at Pocket Gamer, POKET_GMR, and you'll see a very similar looking picture to my channel profile here. Okay, I don't think a Gust is going to work as well on Onyx, so we'll stick with Confusion. Okay, cool. We're almost level 17. So thankfully, because these rock and ground type Pokemon are giving us a decent amount of experience, but not enough to level up quickly, we're getting plenty of points towards our defense. So Bugsy might end up being the MVP here, because it can take out all 3 if need be of Bugsy's Pokemon. That would be funny if Bugsy defeats Bugsy. Let's see, is this enough to get us to 17? Almost. Okay, so we're almost to level 17, so we will go ahead and just go down back towards Azalea Town. I noticed while I was coming up that there was a couple trainers that I skipped. I don't know if I should battle them now. Oh, guess I don't have a choice. Well, luckily Bugsy still's got some moves, so this should be okay. Let's see, Geodude, okay, level 4, so Gus should be fine. We saw Gus did really well against the level 6 and 7 Geodudes, so I'm not worried. And they're too low level to have to know Explosion or Self-Destruct, so I'm really not worried about these Geodudes. Like, they unlikely even know any rock moves. Okay, so Bugsy is at level 17, level 8. For you, we might use Confusion. Cool. But we've got a pretty good amount of experience road to go there. You know what, this time I will switch. Let's use Sandy. It's a little more towards defense can't hurt. And again, I can just use Swift. It probably won't kill, but at least it will do better damage than Scratch or Poison Sting. And yeah, he's just going to use Mud Sport, so I'm not worried about these Geodudes at all. We had the one scary hiker outside of Union Cave towards Azalea Town. I think it's Route 33. Hiker Anthony. That could have been potentially bad, but oh, cool. See, so yeah, I kind of would like them to be able to level up in the gym as well. That I think is a fire breather, so I'm definitely not going to go talk to him. I don't have anything to deal with him. This guy I'm pretty sure we avoided on purpose earlier. Okay, a battle, whatever. If it's a Geodude, Sandshrew, or Onix, we'll take it. I got plenty of room for experience. Because as long as they don't get to level 18 while we're here in the cave, we're totally fine to use them in the gym battle. Alright, our level cap is 17. Oh wow. You lived. Is your name Harry? Because you're the Geodude who lived. Okay, you turned kind of fast there, dude. Okay, here we go. Cool. Alright, nothing. So we're going to tread lightly because... Oh, cool. And there's the exit. Cool. So... Okay, we'll heal up. Oh, sorry, Ralph. I got things to do. Okay, so new strategy. If you happen to be watching and live, feel free to jump in chat and help me out with the strategy real quick. I'm going to just talk it through really quick. First I'm going to deposit, well, yeah, so I'll deposit Bucket into the PC, and then we'll talk about the strategy for Bugsy and Scyther. Because I can only take 3 Pokemon in with me, right? So... Thanks, I appreciate it. Well, in the meantime, so these are our potential candidates, right? We got Bugsy the Butterfree, who can 4 times resist U-turn. And actually, let me go into summary mode. So, okay, defense stats 27, not bad, not great, but the rest of his stats are pretty decent. It's got low attack stat, which who cares? We're never going to use this thing for physical attacks. We might not even use this after this gym. I don't know. I really like using Butterfree, but if it's not going to be helpful, unfortunately, it'll be safe from KO, which is great. So we have the option of using sleep powder and or poison powder, and now gust and confusion. So confusion has 50 base power, and we get a little bit of a boost because of our special attack being so high. It's not super effective against Bugsy, and actually bug types might have a resistance to psychic types. Let's see. They have resistance to grass, fighting, ground. They do not have a resistance to psychic. They do have a strength to psychic, though. So, poison powder and sleep powder are very likely to hit, despite having 75 accuracy each. Gust only has 40 base power. Oh, it is a special move. Oh, okay. So this is different. I could have swore, I don't know why I thought Gust was a physical move, but it is weaker than Confusion. However, we get the same type attack bonus. So Gust plus special attack boost plus being a flying type, we might actually have a chance. Because Bugsy doesn't have any flying type moves to hit us with. It's got focus energy, which can be scary because it raises the critical hit chance. It's got quick attack, which not so scary, but still not great. And then U-turn with a really high base power. I believe it's somewhere between 50 and 70. But it's a physical move. Scyther's a physical attacker with high speed and high physical attack. So we stand a chance of surviving probably just one U-turn. And if we can hit it with a sleep powder, we got a chance to use those gusts and hopefully do some massive damage. Maybe just 2 gusts if we can keep him asleep for 2 turns. Possibly 3 if he uses a potion or like a berry. But we also have G, the Ghastly, with Hypnosis, Nightshade, Spite, and Mean Look, and actually is a little faster than Bugsy, despite having a lowered defense nature. The only option here is Hypnosis, Spite, and Nightshade. I would potentially have to sacrifice G just to use Hypnosis and Spite. Hypnosis will put the Scyther to sleep. Spite will take away the amount of times that they can use U-turn if I can get enough Spite damage done. Because it doesn't do any physical damage, it literally just removes the amount of times a Pokemon can use a move. Then literally Scyther cannot hit me. Because quick attack will be its only attacking move, and it's a normal type attack which does not affect ghost types. They are completely immune with few exceptions. So G could turn into a sacrifice, G could turn into the MVP. And actually same thing with Bugsy. I don't know which one I feel more comfortable with losing, because Bugsy is now the longest running team member we've had, and G is the basically the mascot for this run. So as you can see, it has no 18 defense, so not great. We got Sandy the Sandshrew. This is where our main play really comes from right now. It's got a high defense stat of 37, so it's for sure going to be slower, but it's decently strong with 34 in its attack. Special attack is 16, so not great, but Scratch does 40, and Swift does do 60. So if his special attack was higher, or her special attack was higher, that would be great, but we are where we are. That's it. So nothing super effective with which to hit Scyther, but we've got a better chance of living a few attacks, which again could make Sandy the sacrifice. Don't think it'll be the MVP though. We have Hatch. I really don't want to take Hatch into this because if he does end up getting knocked out, I have got nothing to defend myself with against my rival's starter Pokemon Totodile. So not ideal. It does have Thunder Shock and a really high special attack, so Scyther being part flying, I'll get the type advantage, I'll get the stab bonus, and I'll get good damage done because of special attack. Which actually, how high? So G's is actually 41, which is really good. So it's higher than Bugsy. And I believe Thundershock. Oh, Thundershock does also 40, same as Gust. So overall, Bugsy's a better choice here than Hatch, which is great because I really can't afford to lose Hatch. And then we've got Mr. Sonar, the Zubat. Lowered defense, or higher defense nature, but defense is still only 18. I could have swore we got a little higher, but that's okay. So yeah, really deals in its physical attack, with wing attack having 60 and being a physical move. So again, there's that opportunity for stab, there's the opportunity for not high attack. I think Mr. Sonar is the least likely. It'll be great against against Kakuna and or Metapod, but overall it's going to be pretty useless. So I think realistically the play is taking Sandy first to take that U-turn. Hopefully he switches into Metapod. Just defense curl to the highest we can. Swift on that thing every other turn maybe. Same thing with Kakuna, just Swift, hoping that we don't run into getting poisoned, because its only move is Poison Sting. Then potentially switching into Bugsy, hopefully being able to, I think, because both of them being bug type and the flying type having a resistance to bug type attacks, the AI will tell Bugsy to have Scyther use quick attack, which is less scary than U-turn. Or maybe even focus energy. Either way, if I can hit it with a sleep powder, there's a very good chance that I can get through and just gust it like 2-3 times and call it a day. But also, I may just use Sandy as a shield for U-turn. The first turn, when he switches his Pokemon, I may start with like a Scratch or a Swift just to get some damage done. Switch into Mr. Sonar to take out the 2 Cocoons. Switch back into Sandy if Scyther comes in between. And then switch into Bugsy when Scyther is the only Pokemon left. Because if I lose one of these 3, I'm less worried than if I lose Hatch. And I think somehow G is going to become important later on. So if there's no better ideas, that is what I'm going to go with for now. Actually, let me fix Bugsy's attacks really quick so that I know to just use Gust. Okay, yep. Oops, so I want to move and move. Okay, so again, Sandy's going to be our defensive wall against Scyther on the first turn. When he switches into the Cocoons, if he switches into Metapod, I may just go for the defense curls, hoping to take out Kakuna really fast. If he switches into Kakuna, I'm going straight into Mr. Sonar, wing attack, call it a day. If he switches back into Scyther, I'll switch back into Sandy, who hopefully survived the hit. Because I think if I have to sacrifice somebody, Mr. Sonar is going to be it. So our newest team member might not stay very long. Oh boy. Okay. Oops. Such menacing music. How fantastic. Okay. We're gonna take our sweet time to get there. I'm not running. Okay, so really quick, earlier I mentioned the Quick Claw. So here it is, an item to be held by a Pokemon, a light sharp claw that lets the bearer move first occasionally. I don't have any berries to give to my Pokemon, unfortunately, to help them through this battle. So I'm going to give it to Bugsy. I believe it's already my fastest Pokemon anyway that I have here. Yeah, none of my medicines are going to do anything. My Pokeballs aren't going to do anything. I don't have any moves that'll be helpful. Yeah, again, no berries. Mail's not going to do anything. Battle items, and my key items won't do anything either. So, again, no healing items in battle. Held items are okay, so I gave Bugsy the Quick Claw, which technically I cheated to get. But I mean, I released the Pokemon immediately. I caught it strictly for that reason. So here we go. I'm Bugsy. I never lose when it comes to bug-type Pokemon. My research is going to make me the authority on bug-type Pokemon. Let me demonstrate what I've learned from my studies. And there it is, Scyther. Let's just go for Scratch. Oh, snap. Okay. I really thought it was going to use... Okay. Okay. Please poison it. Yes. Okay. So we're off to a decent start. I should still be able to tank at least one U-turn just in case. Quick attack. Wow, okay, that did a lot. Okay. That didn't do nearly as much as I wanted it to do, and it's got a berry. Okay. Damn. That's fine. Okay, so that did not do as much as I needed it to do. I mean, we don't really have a choice. And now he's poisoned. Now we're just gonna stick. Okay, focus energy again, not great. Oh, thank you. I just saw your comment there. Okay. Okay. We're doing okay. He's probably gonna use a potion right now. A super potion. Great. All the way back to full health. Fantastic. I need a crit right now. So Mr. Sonar, if you live through this next attack, you need to get a crit if Scyther stays in. Ooh. Be enough. Be enough. Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, we're switching. I'm not losing another Pokemon. I really needed Sandy, and this sucks. But this overall is going to be better. Bug Pokemon can definitely be very tough, man. Scyther is insane. Goodbye. See you later. I don't want to deal with you. Okay. That could have gone much worse, so I will take it. My research isn't complete yet. Okay, you win. Take this hive badge. Boom. There it is. Okay. Do you know the benefits of the hive badge? If you have it, Pokemon up to level 30 will obey you, even traded ones. Pokemon that know Cut will be able to use it outside of battle too. Here, I also want you to have this. Tame TM89. Contains U-turn. It lets your Pokemon attack, then switch with the next Pokemon in your party. Isn't that great? Yeah, not when it's being used on me, though. Okay, nobody's poisoned. Team recap. Sandy did great, okay? Because of Sandy's poison, we were able to beat Scyther. So I'm going to go ahead and just say it. Sandy was the MVP, like it or not. And it's a very sad loss because she was going to be super helpful in the future. But thank you to Mr. Sonar and Bugsy for pulling the rest of the weight there. So we're going to go ahead and say goodbye to Sandy. Do I really have to hit all these switches again? Can't I just go? So hopefully, I know yesterday's stream was not very exciting. We took on the gym trainers and quickly realized we had some issues trying to take on Bugsy himself. But hopefully this battle was exciting enough to make up for it. And I will be streaming again Sunday because I will not be streaming on Monday, unfortunately, um, which is our usually scheduled programming. Um, but I'm not sure what time Sunday yet, so for updates, follow me on Instagram again at Pocket Gamer. It's POKET_GMR. And I will be posting updates in my story as well as a narrative update of this battle over on my posts on Instagram. Um, so overall, I would say my strategy did work. Um, so we'll say goodbye to Sandy, unfortunately. Your Pokemon stretch out its body and is relaxing. Well, my friend, you get to relax forever. um, so we'll move Pokemon. Um, So I'm gonna leave the Togepi egg still. I know some people are not so happy about that, but I still need to figure out where I'm gonna hatch it. Um, for now, I might go catch Slowpoke in the Slowpoke well. Um, I might opt for just fishing up a Magikarp as well, just because Gyarados is going to be too helpful not to have at this point. Um, but we're going to save it. And we're going to finish this stream nice and early today. So thank you to those of you that watched live. Thank you to anybody watching in the future. Please like, comment, click the notification bell, and subscribe. Let me know what you liked, what you didn't like in the comment section to help out future streams. And we'll go ahead and